Okay, so in this part we will solve this equation using only multiple registers. It means that we cannot use any of the variable for any of the integer value. Okay, so here we also have to keep in mind the precedence of the you can say these operators, like this parentheses have the same precedence, so you have to move from left to right. That is, firstly this part will be solved, then we have to solve this part, and inside this part we have to solve this first, and this will be added with 3, and this both of these two operands will then be you can say subtracted. Okay, so here because we don't need any variable, so this you can say that the data part is empty, but you have to write it like this. Okay, this part will stay empty. Then moving toward our code part and main procedure, and here you can also capitalize these words like main proc. This can also be capitalized, but it is not compulsory. Okay, so here you can see what I am doing. I am solving this part first, or you can say I can also solve this part first. You can also this part or this part, it both means the same. Okay, because firstly we will solve this, we will add it with this, and then we will solve this, and these two will be subtracted. It means the same. You can also start from this part. Now I am starting from this first. So I am moving this 21, this value, in the EAX. Because I cannot use any variable, so I have to use another register, that is EBX, that is the base register. So in that register I am moving the second operand, that is 7. Okay, here you can see as well. And now here you can see I have to multiply this EX value and this EBX value. And as we know already that mul instruction works like this. Here EAX equals EX into EBX. EBX value is what? 7. It gets multiplied with 21 automatically. You don't need to write EBX comma EAX. Okay, EAX instruction or the value of EX already get multiplied with EBX, and the result also gets stored in the EAX register. So after solving this particular part we get 147. Okay, next we have to add it in 3 because this has to be solved completely first. So for that purpose I am adding EX, that is 147 with 3. 147 plus 3 becomes 150, and this becomes stored in the destination index, that is EX. So this complete part has been solved. Next we have to move toward this part, that is this multiplication part. For that again I am doing the same thing, nothing different. We have to use a different you can say register this time, because EX has been used, EBX has been used. Now I am using EDX. You can also use ECX register for this purpose. Okay, so I am using 5 in EDX, and I am moving this 5 in EX and 4 in the EAX register. Here you can see that EDX becomes 5, EX becomes 4, and now I have to multiply this EDX and this EX together like this. Here mul EDX, one value must have to be in EAX for the sake of multiplication. Okay, otherwise it cannot be done, since this is a one reference variable, or you can say one reference instruction. Okay, so EX equals EX multiplied by EDX. So it is EDX, it is 5, EX is 4, 5 multiplied 4 becomes 20. So this results in 20. And then this part has been solved, this part has been solved, and then this operator is still left. So we have to multiply this and this together at the last. Here you can see, for this purpose I am using this sub instruction, that is subtraction instruction, and it cannot take two immediate operands we have discussed earlier. That is, we cannot use two registers together or two operands like two constants together, but we can use these two registers together like this. Okay, so for that what it does, EX value is what? 20. It gets subtracted with EBX. EBX value is what? This 150. So 20 minus 150 becomes minus 130. This minus 130 will be stored in the destination index, that is here EAX, will contain -130. And whenever we have to display some integer value on the screen, we must have to store that value in the EAX, because call write int only displays the recent value of the EX register and not of any other register. Okay, so if you are storing the value in some other register, at the most end, you still, before calling this procedure, you must have to move that register value into the EAX before displaying. Okay, and then we will use this call read int to let our console stay on the stay for a while, so we can see our result on the screen. Then as per syntax, exit main and pn, end main. So I hope you got the concept. So thank you.